do a little basic uploading into Redbubble here. Super simple, but hopefully this can help some people out. So I'll start with Photoshop. This is a painting that I did, and I edited it to the point where I like it. So what I'm going to do here is show you how I do it. So you're going to want to make sure that your pixels are somewhere around here, depending on what image you're working with or what your starting point is. The bigger, the better, but this is a pretty good 7,000, 8,000. You can go up to 10,000. Don't go too low with it, because if you go too low with your pixels, then you're going to lose quality on your uploads onto Redbubble. So keep it around here, anywhere around 10,000 I find works good. And then for your resolution, you can change this. 300 is usually pretty good, but you might have these buttons checked. So if you do need to change your resolution, see, watch this. If I put 400 here, see how it changes this? And that's okay. You can do that. But for this example, I'm going to use 300. And see how it goes up while I change it. But you can actually keep this and change your pixels per inch. So this will help out your design quality. I'll show you how to do that. So make sure these two are unchecked. Say this is down at like 50 or something, right? You want to put this up to 300, but you don't want this to go too crazy. So you can, for this example, I'm going to go up to 400, but I want to keep this the same. So if I put 400 here, see how it changes? Then I can go back in, paste the old numbers, and then I see now I upped it to 400, but I have my old numbers, so it won't be too big. A lot of times these can go crazy if you start changing the pixels per inch. So that's a simple little trick. You put this in first, and then you go back in. And if you click OK, it'll save this. Same thing if you want to lower it. You can lower it down, paste your old numbers in, and then that'll keep your image size, and you're just changing your pixels per inch. You don't want this to be too low, because this will give you a better quality in your document. And yeah. So for this example, I'm going to leave it at that. This is what I'm going to leave it at. It's a good format. It's a good pocket for a lot of your images. Like I said, the bigger, the better for quality wise, sure. But if you're around here, you're pretty good. Okay, so I saved this, and I already saved this as a PNG file. So I called it Mars Hotel 2. I've already done that, but basically, yeah, just save it as a PNG. And you can use, see on Redbubble here, I'll show you how to do this. You can use JPEGs, PNGs, just minimum of 1,000. So yeah, we were at like 7, so you might as well go more, you get better quality if you go higher. And then they do have the design guide, in case you want to go in there. You can check out what they've posted here. There's a lot of good information. I've been uploading my work to Redbubble for a while, and I really like it. I enjoy their uploaders. I enjoy their site. They've done a really good job making this very user-friendly. So now we're going to go ahead and do it. Alright, so then once you get your file, you just go to your desktop, find it, open it in there. And their upload works. We're going to call this Mars. So you can just add some tags, whatever you feel, depending on what your design is. And this is the background section. I usually don't change this till the end because if you leave it white, it makes it a lot easier when you're in the editor to see the lines. You can see the border lines. But if you change that color to something dark, you lose the border lines when you're editing. Okay, so leave that there. That's cool. This is where I find their editors really cool because you can see how it overlaps, so you can get a different vibe on it depending on what you're going for. What you're going for there. So if I move this down, see now you got your white border all around, and it depends on the design. Sometimes you want to have a background color, sometimes you don't. For this one, I think I'm just going to stretch it. So use the scale image, stretch it. See, that looks really cool. See that? So I'm going to get it to the point where it's covering the whole thing. You want to try not to miss it. So you can make it bigger. That looks like it's covering the whole thing. Go back up. Yeah, it's covering the whole thing. A lot of times you can add a pattern just in case it doesn't cover the whole thing. You can just change it to repeat like a regular grid, and that way you'll be for sure covering it. These ones you can't. Another little trick is that not all of these are always enabled. See how it says 9 out of 12? So you can go back in and you can check all your boxes like that. And this is your markup. This is the percentage that the product is marked up. You can change this, set this to whatever you want. Currently I have these at 13%. But we're focusing on the design here, so we're going to keep going down. Next one. See how I like to do the regular grid, because if you have it on the one, if it's just kind of off a little bit, you don't want that spacing there. You'd rather have it kind of, that's my opinion anyway. And this one looks pretty cool like that. Look at that. It's pretty cool. So that's my painting, and then I just uploaded it, spread it out like that, and it's looking pretty good. Okay, so I'll go to this one. I don't even think I have to do anything on this one. No, I like the way that works. Leave that. This one. Same thing. That one's pretty cool. Maybe I might, you know what, I'm just going to tighten it up a little bit. So just make it smaller. Gonna make it repeat. Bring it in. Yeah, let's see. Yeah, that looks pretty cool. Alright, so you see how this one looks good? This is a good example of the dresses here. If you notice on the corners, there's just little white specks like that. So if you take that and you just do regular grid, that'll cover up your corners so you won't be left with those white edges. Okay. And the phone cases, a lot of times you can kind of shrink them. Once again, go choose pattern, regular grid. They've made this really awesome for designers to use. I think this is one of the best uploaders
that I've used. That looks pretty good. Sometimes it looks cool on the sides, sometimes it doesn't. This pillow, I kind of like it. It's kind of like split like that. It's got like a split vibe. I'm gonna do that on this one too. So you shrink it a bit. Okay, make it a little bigger. Yeah, I think that looks cool. It's kind of like the start sear here on the right, and then this side on the right, and that side there. Yeah, that looks cool. Okay. Yeah, and you're gonna want to make sure that all these are enabled. Sometimes they're not. It'll say 7 out of 7. You go in, edit. You can click the second one. These little links, and then that'll tell you if they're all checked that you did. They do have the other pattern, which is cool. Offset grid. The offset grid looks nice, depending on what your design is, obviously. I actually think I'm gonna use the offset grid for this one. Yeah, that looks cool. Offset grid. See, so this one, the mini skirt wasn't enabled automatically. So this is a good example. You just click it, and then they got that all set up so it enables on their side. And sometimes I'll go back and forth. I'll make it bigger just to see what it looks like. Yeah, I think that looks cooler. Then for the drawstring bags, you can make them bigger if you want. Really depends how it looks. I mean, it also depends what your design is. But I think I like that. Yeah, that looks cool. I think you're gonna do a double on this one, so make it small. Oftentimes for the journals, it looks cool. And then the clocks are fun. You can kind of go in and edit them. Round designs obviously look cool inside the clocks. Yes, some round designs. So anything that's disabled, you can just go in and enable it. It's pretty obvious. Choose patterns. I do like having the breaks on each side like that. I find it looks cool. And then these masks that we've all kind of grown accustomed to these days. They look good with cool designs on them, whether you're a fan of them or not. Jigsaw puzzles. Always a good time putting a puzzle together. Alright, and then we've got some more products down here. Leggings, socks, backpack. I think for the leggings, I'm going to do offset. I'm going to try and do small. Kind of looks like a... Yeah, that's pretty cool. Yeah, I like that. I'm going to do the same thing for the socks. Stretch it over. That's pretty cool. And the backpack, same thing. Try to make it smaller. There's always a fine line between making it too small, making it too big. It really does depend on the design. See, like right now, it's not exactly where I want it to be. So I'm a little higher. See how just changing it that made it that much better? You just kind of line up your design with the flow of the backpack or whatever item you're doing. See, that's way better. Yeah, that's cool. Sometimes it just fits in like that. And then the mask, regular grid. Maybe I'll do a 2. Then I'll do some more over here. Yeah, that looks cool like that. Alright, so this was design and illustration digital art. Do I want to put it in funny? Nah, this one's not as funny as some of the other ones, so I'll just keep that in there. This is one of my own collections. It's not mature content, and I did do this painting, so make sure you have the rights to your work. And then I usually just go back to the top, double check everything. And if you do want to set a background, this one didn't really need it because it was a painting. But if you did want to set a background on your shirts, you just go here, pick any color you want, and then that'll load it onto all your shirts. But I think I'm gonna switch this. Where am I here? To black. Yeah, look at that. I'm gonna do that with this one too. Go black. There we go. That's cool. And if I didn't stretch these throughout the whole thing, I probably would have made these black too. But because it looks cool in grid style, like I think that's cool. That's cool stretched. It's cool like that. And I'm happy with the way this turned out. So yeah, that is the Redbubble uploader. It's not that hard. It's really fun to play around with, and super cool for whatever design you want to put. Make this a touch bigger because I feel like it. And then yeah, you got your title, tags. You can put as many tags as you want. Mars Hotel. It's basically vibe I was going for with this. Maybe I'll write like planet, world, acrylic. I got painting in there because that's what it actually is. It's an acrylic painting. Yeah, that's good enough. So yeah, once you're done that, you reviewed it, saw all your products were enabled. Everything looks good. Then you just save it. There you go. So it might take a little bit of time, as they say, to show up in your portfolio with all your other work. But they made that so easy for everyone. And I just want to show you how I do a design. And like I said, depending on your design, there's different ways of doing it, different ways that it'll look on your products as you put it on. But yeah, just have fun with it. And that's it. Every design that I really like I like this one, I just have fun with it. Made a painting, took a picture, put it up. That's it. Look at that, looks really cool. Print, canvas mount. And then once you've noticed it all, if you do see something that you're like, oh, I just want to go change that, or I don't like the placement, you can just go back up to the top, and then it's super simple. They just put the edit button right here, so you can click on the edit, and then boom, you're back into the editor. So if you saw something you didn't like, you can just go back in. And yeah, that's it. So hope you like that video. Hope that helped you out. A lot of people have some issues with the sizing. Like I said, I use Photoshop for sizing. If you're doing any picture, Photoshop's probably your best bet. And then just play around with your image size. Anywhere around here is good. Obviously, you're gonna have some square ones, some longer ones. But keep your pixels up so you get better quality. Pixels per inch, make sure that's good. And that trick I showed you at the start, that helps too with getting better quality. And yeah, enjoy. Have some fun. Cheers. Watch this go